What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Justin Smith channel. We've got a quick little update for pretty much all of the 6.0s. I know mine's lifted and everything, but this is an update that you can do to any 6.0. It's going to be from Bulletproof Diesel. We have a 1997 manual fan clutch, and then the Bulletproof Diesel 6.0 to 7.3 fan clutch adapter to get rid of the electronic fan clutch on the 6 liters. Mine actually, the fan blade, the wires run up and then above the fan blade, and the fan blade sometimes can cut the wires, which is what happened to my truck. Going through the engine codes, there was no engine light, it's just a soft code. And it said like fan clutch circuit and fan clutch, it said like 2 or 3 different fan clutch things. So I got underneath the hood, checked the wire, and the wire, I'll show you right here, 1 second. So the wire was absolutely frayed and ripped apart. So I actually took the fan clutch out and off of the truck and re-put all these wires together and got it like up and around the fan, and then it actually ripped it apart again. So I said screw it, went ahead and ordered the stuff from Bulletproof Diesel to do the 7.3 manual fan clutch swap, so we won't need this plug-in anymore and we won't have an electronic fan clutch anymore. So pretty much to do this mod, very easy. You're going to take the radiator supports off right here. That's going to allow you to move your radiator, and you can pull this radiator all the way back and then push on this tab right here and pull up with this. I don't have a cameraman today, and I actually don't have my tripod. My tripod broke. But anyway, you're just gonna pull this back, pull the radiator back, and lift up on this center plastic piece. Right here's your radiator supports. They are 10mm bolts. And then I will update you on what to do next here in just a second. But once you pull that out, then you're gonna have your fan clutch shroud, and there's gonna be 4 bolts holding those. They are actually down in there right here. You can kind of see where that fan clutch comes out. So there's a bolt back in there, and you just put you like a 3-inch extension on and use a deep well, and you can actually get to that. And same thing right here. As you can see right there, there's going to be a bolt, and then there's 2 on the bottom. And you'll be able to look up. It's going to be on this plastic piece right here. You'll be able to see those. There's 4 of them. And then I took this radiator hose. I actually just drove the truck outside and pop this hose off and let it drain. You don't have to drain all of the coolant if you don't want to. You can. It's never a bad idea to change the coolant in these trucks. So anyway, I just popped that off, zip tied it right there, popped this off, set it right here. Had to take off my coolant filtration kit, set it back, and then there's going to be your main power wire that runs right here and behind it. I just took it, set it back behind everything. You don't have to pull the radiator out. So we're just going to pull this piece out right here, take the 4 bolts out of that shroud, and then pull that shroud forward so we can break loose the fan clutch nut or break loose the fan clutch itself. Okay guys, so this is the shroud right here coming out. Very easy to get out. Like I said, it literally just pulls up once you pull this radiator back. So like I said, I don't have a cameraman, but you're just going to pull that straight up and out of there. And then this is what you're working with. So we have a manual 7.3 fan clutch right here from a 97. I think only the 97 will work. So then we have the Bulletproof Diesel fan clutch adapter, and that's going to screw onto there. So what we're going to do first is screw this adapter onto the truck, then screw the fan clutch onto the adapter, because it will be pretty much made to the truck or to the motor by then. You do have to swap over the fan, reuse all the bolts, use blue Loctite, and I think it's 30 foot-pounds. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 30 foot-pounds on all of those to torque to. So after you get those off, I'm just going to go ahead and put these radiator support brackets back on it. Put the bolts in just to hold the radiator back and out of my way. That'll make it a little bit easier to get that fan clutch out of there. Radiator won't be flopping around. So just go ahead and put these brackets back on, put 1 bolt in on each side, and then right here you can see everything a little bit better. Let me see if I can get this on video. Yeah, so right there is 1 of the bolts. Right there is the other bolt. And then there are the 2 on the bottom, which on my truck, I'm gonna come at from the bottom. Maybe a little bit harder on a stock truck, but they are right there. That one's actually broke. And then right there. So that's all the 4 bolts to break that loose. And then you are good to go. And get all 3 of those bolts out on mine. You should have 4 on yours. You want to hold the little piece that's bolted to, and then yours won't break like that. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this out and then show you swapping over the fan blade, putting it back together, then we should be good to go. And then we're actually going to head to the Thoroughbred Diesel Truck Show in Lexington, Kentucky at the Red Line or Red Cross or something, horse track or something. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and knock this out, and then I'll check back in with you. So the top bolts and the bottom bolts that hold this piece right here on are 15 millimeters, and this isn't going to come off until you actually break the fan clutch loose and take the fan clutch all the way off. So yeah, I was just telling you. But right there you can kind of see where they bolted into. Right there and right there. 15 millimeter takes them right out. 2 more on the bottom, and then we're ready to break this fan clutch loose. Okay guys, as far as taking the factory fan clutch out, I just rented this fan clutch toolkit from Advanced Auto Parts. It is a 1 7/16 inch, I'm pretty sure is what it is. And then I think they said that the 48 millimeter works as well, like if you have a big 48 millimeter opening. But you pretty much just put this in here, and it's not actually reverse threads like you would think. So you just do the basic lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So we're going to pull this thing off right quick. And you do have to hold the fan clutch. They make a fan clutch holding tool to hold the pulley. So you have to hold that pulley and break it loose right there. What I'd done last time, and it worked just fine, was just use a big extension, just a normal 3/8 extension, and I held it just fine and broke it loose. So that's what I'm going to do again. Okay, taking out these 6 bolts to swap over the manual fan clutch. They already have locking nuts. They are 1/2 inch. Boom. Now swap this over to the manual fan clutch and torque these down. So we've got this new fan clutch put on. Now we're going to take the BD Bulletproof Diesel adapter and screw this onto the motor, tighten it down, and then we're going to screw this on there, tighten it down to the adapter. Then put it back together, put some coolant in it, let all the air out of the coolant, do all that, good to go. Alright guys, so we've got the Bulletproof Diesel adapter piece on and torque down. Now we're just going to put on the fan clutch just like normal. So now we're just going to put this fan clutch on just like normal and torque it all back down. Put this hose back on, put the coolant filter kit back on, radiator supports back on, etc. Hoses, good to go. Okay guys, so one quick little pointer. Oh, I'm gonna set my water bottle down. Fan clutch on, and before I ended out the video, I wanted to kind of give you a review on it, or what it done to my truck at least. We took we probably drove the truck a total of 5 hours yesterday, maybe a little more. We drove it like an 1.5 hours. I don't know how many miles and stuff it was. It was quite a bit of miles. Anyway, probably around 500 miles, I would say, that we drove it yesterday, maybe 400. And I just wanted to kind of give you my review on it. Normally, so the reason that I done this was the fan blade actually cut my wires to the electronic fan clutch, which is pretty common. So instead of throwing a new one on there, I just went ahead and done the manual fan clutch because it's supposed to help it anyway. So before, on the around town, my truck would usually run oil temps and coolant temps would be in the high 180s on cooler days, and on the hotter days would be in like the high 190s. Maybe sometimes it would say 200 degrees, 201, somewhere around there. And then on the interstate with the cruise control set on 75, usually it would be in the low 200s. It would never get like above like 207, 208. Yesterday, the highest temp that we saw was 205, and that was on the interstate. And also that's with the 40s and with the tune that I'm running. And I really have no idea exactly how fast I was going. But with the cruise control set on 60 on this, the phones show like 78, 79. So that's a little bit faster. So that would, it's running cooler altogether. And then around town yesterday, whenever we drove it, it never got above like 189. So it was in the high 180s, oil temps and coolant temps. So it definitely seems to run cooler. So I would recommend doing this, and it's super, super easy. It literally took me like an hour max, and that's with filming. So your first time may take you around an hour. If you've had the fan clutch off before or whatever, and you didn't even know about this mod, then you're gonna be able to do it in like 30, 45 minutes. I rented the fan clutch wrench set from Advance Auto, so that was free. The BD diesel thing, I want to say it was like 70 or 80 bucks, something around there. I'll have a link to that in the description box down below. And that's pretty much it. The fan clutch itself, I get discounts at Advance, so I bought it at Advance. I think they retail, you have to get a 97, I'm pretty sure it has to be 97. But anyway, the fan clutch itself I think is like 150, 160, or you can buy the kit from Bulletproof Diesel, and they sell the fan clutch and the adapter thing all together as a set and ship it to you all in one box. But all in all, I think I gave like 100 something bucks for it, so it's under $200 mod, and really, really easy, and supposed to be efficient for the engine, and you never have to worry about your fan clutch going out, or well, I guess it could still go out. You never have to worry about the fan blade cutting the wires because there are no wires. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All in all, good mod, definitely worth the money. Anyway guys, that's gonna be all for today's video. Always remember, everybody starts out as a nobody, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below. Join the JHS family. We are always doing something to 6 liters, so if you've got a 6 liter, better hit that subscribe button, boy. Right now.